Come with us now, if you dare, down a rickety staircase into a dank, dark basement. What awaits? The Saturday Night Freak Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Saturday Night Freak Show podcast, the movie review and talk show podcast that comes your way every Saturday. And these are the internet radio superstars.
Michaela.
Sean.
Holly.
And I'm Colin. And tonight we watched a movie that was chosen by
Holly. Wait, not again. But kind of again. But you didn't pick this the first time.
This is a redo of Masters of the Universe from 1987.
All right.
You thought you were getting Masters of the Universe 2026.
Or Master of the Universe, which you can go find from Asylum if you care to watch.
No,
We watched the trailer for the Asylum movie because we had a curiosity got the best of us.
No He-Man, surprisingly. We had some problems with that one.
You can breeze past that one.
Looks like it all takes place in a sinkhole.
Maybe. Quite possibly. Directed by.
Gary Goddard.
All right. Do we know Gary Goddard?
No.
No? Oh, it
I
sounded
looked
familiar.
at his credits and was shocked.
In what way?
He wrote Tarzan the Ape Man from 1981.
Oh.
A Greystoke?
No.
No.
Oh, the Bo Derek one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
And,
gotcha.
Oh, Derek was in a Tarzan movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he directed that and Captain Power in 1990.
Captain Power.
It was also a series. I don't know anything
Oh,
about it.
all right. That sounds...
The more shocking part.
But the very interesting thing is that he co-founded Landmark Entertainment Group, which is one of the biggest theme park attraction production companies.
Oh, wow.
So he's produced and directed tons of attractions, both live stage shows and video for Universal, Las Vegas, Six Flags.
Wow.
He's written a ton of like scripts for theme park rides.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
so
that's
yeah,
what
What a fun job.
Yeah, he's done Jurassic Park, Terminator, Jaws, King Kong, Spider-Man, like all
Yeah.
the big ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's the guy behind it.
Wait, so
It's pretty
founded-
easy to write one for Jurassic Park. Dinosaur yells. Next
Yeah,
page.
he co-founded the company that does all
And
of the big
writes
ones.
the
But these
script.
are
And
all.
he
if
directs
you-
them, produces them.
Wow.
If you look at his IMDb, it's mostly these credits.
Yeah.
Like you scroll through and you're like, oh, he's done a couple things. Oh, no, they're all theme park rides.
They're theme
like,
park
they're
rides.
all, yeah.
But
That's
I'm like,
fun.
you know what? I ain't even mad. That's cool.
It's a
That's
cool
an-
job. Yeah.
That's really
Right.
cool.
I would love to tell anyone that that's my job. So I write all the scripts for the
Like
theme
a
park
lot of
stuff
times
you go
we
to.
bring,
They're like,
we
really?
bring, yeah, a lot of times we bring stuff here and we're like, oh, the director hasn't done anything else. No, he has.
No,
That's
he had a full
awesome.
goddamn life is what he had.
That's awesome.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Okay.
Wow. So we covered the year it came out.
1987.
We got the director.
Yes.
Okay. Who produced this movie?
Yes.
Oh, this is a Canon film.
Cannon!
guys.
The legendary Canon Film Group. Yep.
Yes.
One of the last Canon films,
One of
right?
the last.
Oh.
Correct.
Because this
Yeah.
was because if I remember, 87 was also that was Over the Top. Was
Yes,
87.
That was over the top.
Hell yeah.
So this was
And
when-
also, was it Superman 4?
The Quest for
yeah.
Peace?
Yeah, which was one of
With Nuclear Man.
Yeah, because they
When-
had
when
bought that.
when
from
they talk
Warner
about like
Brothers.
the collapse of Canon. Superman 4 and this are among the
Yeah,
Because
'cause
this
they-
is one of the
Yeah.
most expensive.
yes,
But that was
correct.
what was great about Canon. Well, actually, you know what? They kind of mirrored, or Disney mirrored them there. Remember when Disney was doing like the Lone Ranger and John Carter and
Oh, yeah.
and they were just
They were
throwing
trying.
all the money at like these big
Yeah.
giant productions that
That's
didn't
true.
do anything. That was like Canon.
The Lone Ranger. Have you guys thought about how problematic that is now?
Which one?
I
All
thought
of
about
them are.
how problematic it was when it was coming
Right,
out
yeah.
with Johnny
I mean,
Depp
like
going,
the Johnny
this is
Depp one,
not
yeah.
good.
It was bad then, and it's even worse now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just Disney going, we want another Jack
Yeah,
Sparrow. Let's
yes.
make Tonto.
Put a
Yeah.
bird on his head.
Yeah.
and have
Put a bird on it.
and have Army Hammer Star.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
I remember
bad.
the movie. There was like a decent movie in there somewhere. But
Yeah.
it was like bloated
Isn't
as
that a
hell.
Gore Verbinski movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
is it?
is.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Did anybody see John Carter of Mars? Or John
No.
Carter as of
No,
Mars?
no one did. That's why it made like negative money.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we weren't into
Yeah.
it then.
But Canon would blow all their it got investor money, put it on these projects.
Yes.
Because also it seemed like the two Toby Hooper Invaders from Mars and Life Force
Mm-hmm.
were expensive.
Yep.
They both failed.
Yeah.
Superman, they bought Superman.
Yep.
That failed. And then this, right?
Yeah.
They bought the rights
Just a
to this.
series of big swings that didn't pan out.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
And so they all
Which
went
sucks
kaput.
because like that's what that was great about them. They took the big swings when no one else did, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Big swings at properties, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're big swings. It's like, I don't know, like when you watch those that's why canon movies have like a kind of like their own like
a zest.
Yeah, it's because the elements are there, but they're just not quite assembled right, or there's something off.
But that's why we like them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
that's
exactly why we like them. It's because they are slightly off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly don't get it. Just a little bizarro.
You just go like, how did that happen? I mean, beyond the two guys who ran it, because were they credited as the direct producers of this, or was there?
I think so.
Yes,
yeah, direct producers.
They're the producers. Yeah.
Maybe they didn't quite understand the elements that would have made these big successes. I don't know.
It feels like that. I mean, I know there's documentaries that you can watch.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo, right, is one of them.
Yeah.
I love the one that's just canon, the story of canon. That's what I want. I want Sean Tyler, the story of Sean Tyler by Sean Tyler as my biography one day.
This movie didn't make its budget back.
It did not.
Correct.
22 million was the budget, and it only made 17.3.
Yikes!
What was it? Was it up against anything at the time? Like,
what was this?
Did it defeat it at the box office?
It had a good opening weekend, and then it just dove from there.
Yeah. Everyone who wanted to see it saw it, and they're just like.
It's because all the kids. Okay, so and I am continually amused that it's like the stuff from my generation keeps on finding its relevance today, as we're about to have another Masters of the Universe. But so I watch this show every day.
Colin, last week you questioned whether any of us had actually watched the show. I'm here to say that I was a devout fan of the show.
The cartoon?
Was it like rerun? So okay, so here's
I was reaching for props.
I brought things,
because this is what I remember the 83 to what 85.
I don't have an action figure down there,
83 to 85 by Film Nation, correct?
But I was unaware of this. I'm sorry until tonight as we were going through on Amazon, whatever. There was a He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Yes.
And then there's another He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. These are different shows.
There's been several, yeah.
And a He-Man, and then I was aware of the one that Kevin Smith brought back.
Correct, yeah. Yeah.
So it has been running basically for the past 30 years.
It has. I, however, was a fan of the original.
You saw the original one?
I was a fan of the original Film Nation, 1983 to 1985. Obviously, I did not watch it at that time because I was born in 85.
Yeah.
But they ran it on syndication afterwards.
I remember.
I remember it too.
They ran it on syndication, and then the Secret of the Sword came out in 1985, which was a film. It was released in theaters. Yes, this was He-Man and She-Ra, The Secret of the Sword, released in theaters in 1985.
It was a cartoon.
It's a cartoon, animated, and then Then the subsequent of that was She-Ra, the Princess of Power, the animated series.
I remember She-Ra.
Yeah.
Why is she not in this movie? Is there a
because
reason for
she
that?
hadn't been created yet.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Another
she
question.
had, but she hadn't in this universe.
Gotcha.
Where the fuck is Cringer?
That's a great question.
God damn it!
This is what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Right? As
Slightly off.
watching the show,
A little off.
right? This movie looked like it had nothing at all to do with the show that I watched.
Right? Even the sword's a little off. Like,
Yeah.
The sword is off.
It's
Yeah.
off, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh god, they couldn't just do it.
But if you think about it, the sword from the cartoon was all metal,
yeah,
Yeah.
and it would not be aesthetically right for a movie.
I mean, that's very true.
They could have made it a little closer, but it wouldn't have worked.
Was it
Yeah.
bejeweled? Wasn't there two
No.
halves to it?
No,
Didn't
the bejeweled
Skeletor
one,
have half
the
of
bejeweled one belonged to She-Ra. Yeah, hers had a jewel on it.
Wasn't there two
His was
halves to the
plain.
stored? What am I thinking of? Maybe that was the toys. Did He-Man have half of a sword and Skeletor had the other half, and you had to put them
Ooh,
together?
I think I kind of remember this.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Ooh.
It wasn't.
I
It
remember
wasn't
something like
the.
this.
It wasn't
Shit.
the standard action figure. It was a different one. It was. I think you bought them together.
Huh.
I think they were in the same pack.
I thought
I think.
I had half of that sword because I had like a couple of the He-Man characters, but I guess this goes back to I think there's also some documentaries out there, like the toys that made me and this kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
The idea that there was this era, there were companies making toys and then trying to figure out like a narrative
Mm-hmm.
for the
Yeah, because the toy came out first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The toy came out before the animated series.
Okay, so this started as a toy.
Yes,
Yeah.
it started as a toy, and then the animated series, and then He-Man and She-Ra: Secret of the Sword, the movie, and then She-Ra, and then this live action film.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone have the Castle Grayskull toy set?
I did.
Oh,
You did?
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
so jealous.
I did.
So jealous.
I feel like
Or let's put it this way. I think someone in my family did. I remember playing with it. I think my brothers may have had
my,
it. 'cause
My
they were
brother and I
older
wanted
would've-
it so
yeah,
bad.
I wanted it so bad
Yeah.
too. I remember it being the thing that, at least for my generation, it felt like there was one kid in your class that had it, and everyone's fucking jealous. And they're like, little rich kid, you got the Castle Grayskull, and they would never let anybody else play with it. They were stingy as fuck about it. I always remember that.
Were you stingy as fuck with it?
Yeah.
Again, I don't
I
think.
mean, if you inherited
Fair
it,
question.
the older
but
brothers are probably stingy.
I think they were, and I
Yeah.
played with it when I could because it was their toy.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember playing with it long because I think it went somewhere or it got hidden in a toy box somewhere. But I remember playing with it and having a good time. But it was
never-
we wanted it so bad.
You ever took it to school on
no,
whatever play day that
no.
was?
I don't think I was allowed. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Because there was also a She-Ra version of that too.
Mhm.
Was there?
And I
The
wanted
Castle
I
Grayskull?
wanted that. Yeah, because she was in this is Eternia. She was in Etheria. Different world, yeah.
I remember seeing it at an estate sale a couple years back, and I really considered it, but they wanted like eBay prices
Of
for it.
course
They
they
like
did.
knew how much it was worth. and
Was
so I
it like mint or was it played with?
it was played with? It didn't have the box or anything, but it had all the pieces and it was in
Yeah.
good shape. But they
Oh.
still wanted more than I was willing to pay for it. You know.
It
Yeah.
had a drawbridge, right?
Mhm.
It had like a trap door, which really fascinated me.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I built, like, I was the poor kid, so I built
Mhm.
one.
Oh,
out of
yeah.
cardboard.
Oh yeah.
And
Sure,
I put
sure,
a rubber band and a trap door. But yeah, wasn't it you pulled the throne and the trap door would
Yep.
open?
Mhm.
What else did it have? Have a dungeon or something? Or
I think
Didn't the
so.
gate come down too? I thought that there was like a gate.
was there
maybe?
a gate inside the mouth?
Yeah,
That'd be
thought so.
awesome.
Either that or the
Well, 'cause-
mouth or the
well, 'cause
mouth
didn't
skull
it-
thing flipped open up and down
Yeah.
like that. I think.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna say-
I didn't have
There-
one, so I
As we've established,
Yeah.
I've also had Floam, Gak at the
Yeah.
same time, and Moon Shoes.
You
So-
got all the
I had-
I had all the good
TV
toys.
stuff,
I had
yeah.
Gak too.
There,
We had
there
Gak,
was
yeah.
a version. I'm looking. There are some versions of two swords that go together
Okay.
that Skeletor and He-Man also had within the toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. Mine came with that.
Yeah. I think it was a double pack. I think you got both action figures
Yes.
in the
I
pack.
don't think
Yeah.
I ever had Skeletor, though. Did I?
You
Like, I
you
can't
would have
remember
if you
now.
had that because
Mhm.
the regular He-Man action figure I had it and it had a normal sword.
Hmm.
It's regularly selling for like over $150 on eBay.
Castle
Yeah.
Grayskull.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And then people are selling individual parts that, in case you need parts for yours, that are.
well, I don't have a lot from my childhood, but I do have a couple things.
Here
Holly
we
has
go.
props.
Visual aids.
I have the original record of the soundtrack
nice.
from
Ooh.
He-Man and She-Ra: Secret of the Sword.
Oh,
Look at that. Look at He-Man's bob.
Okay, I get it's the 80s and mullets are king, but I am sad there is no Bob in this movie.
Yeah.
And the new movie isn't even bobbing either.
No,
They're giving
it's
him
not.
like a long wave, but no Bob.
Yeah,
Give
no
me the Bob.
We need Bob.
With
And-
the bangs.
It's
Bob
his
with the
twin
bangs.
sister?
Yes, so
Yes.
She-Ra is his twin sister. She was kidnapped by the evil Horde when she was a baby, and Adam, which was He-Man's real name,
Oh yeah, Adam. Yeah.
which is why I thought I was She-Ra because my brother's name was Adam.
Oh, yeah.
So she was kidnapped when they were babies, and he didn't know she existed until he grew up and became He-Man.
I don't think I watched enough She-Ra because I don't
Yeah.
remember. I remember by the power of Grayskull, I have the power that's He-Man.
Yeah,
but
and
apparently hers
she
is.
was for the honor of Grayskull.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am She-Ra.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Yeah,
but I don't
her name.
remember
Does she
that.
have some psychic powers? Psychic
Yes,
abilities?
her name.
Yeah.
Her real name is Adora, and then she becomes She-Ra, and she had a horse named Spirit, and when she became She-Ra, it became a Pegasus unicorn
Love it.
named Swiftwind.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah, and her world, like I said, was Etheria.
Hmm.
Where and instead of
Etheria,
Skeletor,
yep,
it was
yep.
the evil Hordak, leader of the Horde.
Nice.
So
Speaking of She-Ra,
Oh,
Oh,
she is.
she's got an action.
Yeah.
A
here
Barbie?
she is.
Yes.
This is the She-Ra action figure.
Oh my god.
Nice.
I played with this very hard.
Yeah. She's well loved.
She used to have a cape. She used to have a headpiece and a sword, but this
Oh.
is all that's
Does
left.
she have pants? She's just let me
Yeah,
see.
but
No,
I'm
she's-
seeing
This is
that.
all that's left.
It seems like wasn't the He-Man like bigger than that?
Yes,
Like weren't
Mhm.
they like I don't know how what is that like five
He-Man
inches or
was
so?
He-Man was a bit bigger. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh.
I had the couple He-Man ones. I had Tila. I had Man at Arms.
Mm.
And
So those are the ones I remember. Like if I was going to name them off, I remember, Man at Arms Tila, and on the good guys, right? I know there was a Battle Cat.
Yep.
There was
Battle Cat.
Yep.
I know there was. I think he was created for the TV show. There was a little like magician looking guy named Orko.
Orko, and
but he wasn't in one of the toys. I don't think.
No, he wasn't one of the toys, and that is what they replaced with Gwildor in the movie.
I was going to say, is Gwildor a character that it was
he
made
was not
for this
a character.
movie? Okay.
It was Orko in the cartoon, but they couldn't like physically do that.
Sure.
I don't even remember the. Oh wait, there was a guy named Ram Man.
I remember Ram Man.
Yep.
Man-y faces.
Man-y faces, and his face is turned.
His face turned. I remember that one.
Yep.
And then I remember Beastman. I assume he was a bad guy.
He was. Yep.
And Evil Lynn.
Yep.
Skeletor, obviously, and yep. That's I think that's the lineup that I got in my head. So I don't know if that was like the original set of characters.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of other side characters in the series, but there's a ton of them.
Yeah, because it went on for what we say, like 3 years, and then eventually. So I assume in that time they cranked out more figures because then you're. This like the FCC got involved somewhere around here too because there was like this whole idea that I think it was maybe because it was like a new phenomenon where the cartoons were basically functioning as 30-minute advertisements, and you were directly advertising to the kid. And then Mattel would put the commercial in the commercial breaks. And I think the FCC got involved and was like,
this is too much.
You can't do that. You cannot advertise for the toy in the actual, the commercial for the toy,
in the show.
30-second
it seems like
for the toy.
That's all they do now.
I know. It's like, it seems logical to me, but
yeah, that should be the best place to like, hey, you're watching the show, buy the toy.
Yeah. At least I remember that being discussed. I don't remember. I assume that got passed. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Go back and check it.
Or maybe they weren't like paying to, they're supposed to pay to put the advertisement in there, and they're just like, no, we're going to put it in with the show. It's just all one big pack. I don't know. I can see how there would be problems, but it seems logistical.
I was G.I. Joe myself, so this new Masters of the Universe gives me hope that maybe they'll do G.I. Joe right. Okay.
Hey. I loved me some G.I. Joe, though.
I mean, if Masters of the Universe does well,
G.I. Joe the movie is another one that I watched a lot.
Yeah.
That was an animated movie in '86, I think.
Did that start as a cartoon and then go to a toy as well?
Well, no, that was a toy first. Because that was a toy like well before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still got a shitload of them back there.
Nice.
Because they were like tall.
No, not those ones. The when they came out with the 3-inch ones.
No, I know. I'm saying G.I. Joe was around before then.
Yeah.
Like the 60s or 70s or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I had a lot of the G.I. Joes too. But anyway.
Yeah, if they do a G.I. Joe movie, it needs to be like campy and weird and like a cartoon, not like these like serious military movies that they do with Channing Tatum or whatever.
Yeah,
what the fuck were those?
The cartoons, I actually went and there was one of them that I liked it. I found it at like a garage sale or something. I bought the cartoon because it was whatever.
Yeah,
it was the one with the mask device. That was a pretty good one because wasn't the movie that went to theaters was Serpentor?
G.I. Joe the movie was Serpentor. Yeah, and there was like pods. Like there was like pod people G.I. Joes.
Yeah.
And there
talking about the live action movie that
it wasn't live action. No, it was the animated
cartoon.
G.I. Joe the movie animated in like '86 or something like that.
Like the Transformers movie?
I get it. No, but just G.I. Joe just missed me. Completely.
Oh, I love G.I. Joe.
The Transformers movie is like the well regarded the cartoon. Like
because Optimus Prime dies. They had the bullets. I mean,
that's a big one.
That's why
they introduced like I don't know somebody. Sergeant Slaughter in the G.I. Joe movie.
I know.
Because robots are fucking cool.
I forgot about our Masters of the Universe Secret of the Sword, to be honest with you. But there was also a GoBots movie. Right? Transformers movie, G.I. Joe movie. They made animated films of all
But I
these.
agree. If they want to do another G.I. Joe movie, get weird with it.
Yeah.
Like in the G.I. Joe cartoon movie, Cobra Commander becomes an actual snake.
Yeah.
It's delightful.
Just even they all have distinct looks in the G.I. Joe universe, and in the Channing Tatum movies, they just kind of made them look like basic military.
I want to get weird with it.
Yeah.
But in the new Masters of the Universe movie, it looks like they're adhering to the style and aesthetics of the actual toys.
Yeah, right, because they're not. They used to be embarrassed to be like, all right, we're going to make a movie out of this cartoon, and we're going to change it a little bit because we don't want these bright colors and this all. We don't want the blue and yellow spandex. We want we're called black leather, and now we're embracing it. Now it's a different time. Now we want colorful, and what we're getting with Masters of the Universe now.
Yeah, Sean and we went and saw Obsession together, and there was a trailer in front of it for the Masters of the Universe movie, and Sean just leans over and goes, "So Guardians of the Universe?" Because it does very much have a Guardians of the Galaxy vibe to the trailer, especially. Yeah.
But again, could be good.
It looks fun, though.
Could be good.
Could be fun.
Yeah. It is kind of funny that, I guess at some point, it was the thought of movie producers was that audiences wouldn't go for the super fantasy stuff. Maybe because fantasy, colorful comic books and cartoons were like their kids, know?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So we're going to make the adult version of it. And the adult version would wear, black leather or whatever. They have to look cool, And now all these past 20 years of, Marvel movies and whatever has made their comic book stuff, bright and colorful.
Yep.
I think one of my favorite things about this movie is that it feels like a Frank Frazetta painting for most of the movie.
Yeah, it does,
I'm
right?
like, yes, that's the vibe I want.
One you're saying.
No, this one.
This one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's that classic 80s fantasy look that I want. Everyone's oiled up and muscly.
Yeah.
And everything's carved out of fake rock. And,
and there's
great.
a legit budget behind it, which is fantastic because they got that Mattel money.
Like Sean said, blue 80s lightning. You know?
I was really looking forward to some 80s lightning.
Shot on real locations. Hey guys, there's real sets and real locations in this movie. It's not just a backlot or green screen.
That throne, the Grayskull throne room was huge.
Yeah,
that's a huge set piece. Yep.
Yeah, it seems like they hired. I was looking at the tech credits. I mean, you got Richard Edlund, who was like one of the premier, right? It was like John Dykstra and Richard Edlund did all of those 80s fantasy film Ghostbusters, stuff like that. Star Wars, obviously they all came out of Star Wars. But Bill Stout, the production designer, I saw Jean Mobius Gerard.
Mobius.
He was wasn't he a French comic book? He worked with heavy metal. Ooh. If you remember that magazine. And all these guys were talked about, I think with either Alien or the Andrew Jodorowsky version of Dune that never got made. But they were all the creative kind of geniuses that they were thinking about hiring for those movies, and they hired them for this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's okay. So it has a production design and props and costumes and all that don't necessarily, they don't feel cheap for 1987.
Yeah. No, they weren't cheap.
No, and it looks pretty epic.
Yeah.
Again, blinking lights, the technology they're using, but also, I love the blend of, we get guys, swords and sandals and swords and everything, but also, blasters. I can't help but think of Yor.
I was going to say, we all think of Yor.
Yeah. I even saw a few action figures in this movie. I saw some stiff looking statues floating around on, surfboards, air surfboards and shit.
Yeah.
And Yor has that scene where it looked like they used a He-Man.
Not look like Colin. They did.
They used a
He-Man action figure and swung it across a chasm to save the day. Yes.
That's right. Yeah, so is this one of the... Well, I remember there was a movie called Crawl, which I don't know if you guys...
I've never seen Crawl.
I know of Crawl, but I've never seen it.
A cross between, sword and sorcery fantasy and Star Wars.
Cool.
Which seems like what this is, right? We've got intergalactic stuff. There's a big bad guy like Darth Vader. And we've also got Conan-esque sword and sorcery.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we should talk about who stars in this movie.
Obviously He-Man himself, Mr. Dolph Lundgren.
Could anybody else play him at this time?
Best casting ever.
It seems like the best casting.
It's I don't care that he's not a good actor. I don't care. Don't care.
Well,
Perfect.
I think they mitigated that with making this a true ensemble piece.
Oh,
because
100%.
No one really feels, except for Frank Langella, no one really feels like the star of the movie.
Right.
Frank Langella feels like
Frank Langella is the star of the movie.
Frank Langella is our Skeletor, ladies and gentlemen. He is
Shakespearean.
He is lovely. He is doing everything you would want to do with a villain. Like he's got the hand movements when he's talking to people. He's hiding behind scepters and sticks and shit.
What's fantastic is Frank Langella said that when he was offered this part, he didn't even blink. He could not wait to do this part.
Good.
He knew like the concept because his son was a big fan of He-Man and he knew about Skeletor and he had agreed because of his son. But then when he got into it, he was so excited to do it.
Yeah.
This is one of his favorite parts he ever did.
You just get to be a fucking mustache twirling villain.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And he's acting with a capital A with this crazy prosthetic appliance on his face that
is a skull.
It's like, this is the 80s. We're going to do it for real. We're not going to just like put some dots on your face and CGI it in later.
Right,
no.
Looking at you, current Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And like, it could use some shading and some contouring.
Yeah, a little bit.
But it looks great. It moves when he talks.
Yeah.
And,
I always hear people giving this movie shit talking about like the crappy Halloween mask on Skeletor. I was like, what movie are you watching?
No.
I feel like this is a great mask.
It's
it
meshed
works
into his face.
Right. I think it's fantastic.
For that era.
Yeah. His mouth moves.
Yes.
Yeah, it's working for me.
It's just, I think it's the contouring. It's just because it's bone white, the whole
Right.
thing without any kind of
Right.
shading.
It just needs
Eye
just a tiny
sockets or
bit of
something.
shading would help, especially because so much of the movie it feels like he's being lit from the top down too, like overhead lighting. So it would be helpful just a tiny bit. But
Agreed.
I'm sure the focus is more on let's get this to stay on his face and move without coming off.
Right. Yeah, it
so-
still look like a skeleton of some sort because you could see a full nose underneath that.
Oh,
where
I love it.
all right, skulls aren't shaped like this, but we'll let it go.
Because his like little black holes are just like painted on.
Yes, exactly.
But again, it was great.
But even like the costume is so detailed that there are times that I will watch this and I'm like, I didn't even notice that before.
Yep.
Like he had those little like metal fingertips on his gloves.
I think they're little
so
skulls.
Cool. I think so.
Some of them are.
They look like they are. Yeah.
He's got some wiring on the hand. I love he's going a full bad guy cloak.
Yeah.
And he's using it well. Like it is fully surrounds him. He knows he's got it on him.
He swishes that cape around.
Yep. It billows behind him perfectly like a bad guy should. It's being held. There's that medallion on the back, which is kind of like holding it down on his shoulders and everything. It works.
They know what they're doing because he has a lot of entrances in this.
He truly does.
He has a lot. And I love it every time.
Yep.
Every single time.
They always do this. They make fun of superheroes with capes in certain areas. They do it in The Boys. They've done it in The Incredibles and everything.
Yeah.
But fuck, man, a good cloak is
so
just
cool though.
so
real cool.
It's so cool.
We like it.
All that experience twirling his cape around as Dracula for how
God, I want to leave a room and be like,
Yeah.
It all comes from Dracula, Colin. We'll give it that.
Get a cape or a long coat.
I have only one piece of criticism for his performance, and why is there why no evil laugh? Why no skeleton?
He had one.
It should have been like a big echoing into like space, like like the classic Skeletor.
The one at
laugh,
the end was pretty big when he had like the gold horns.
Yeah,
he had a
was
really good laugh
but-
in that moment.
I
I just feel like that's what he's known for, Like,
Right.
actual Skeletor right there. I'm like, that is quite an interpretation that we got.
Because Skeletor from the cartoon like doesn't wear much clothes and is pretty muscular, just like He-Man. But the design in this movie is fantastic. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad guy.
Yeah, and even like Evil Lynn looks fantastic.
Yeah, she looks good too.
Her costume is so cool.
Yeah, with
like
her crown, her whole headpiece crown.
Her headpiece and like the metal shoulder
what
pads.
she actually looked like on the show.
Yeah,
similar to that.
No, she looks pretty different. Let me pull it up.
An absolutely genius casting of Meg Foster in this role because she has like such a striking face that like not many people can pull off like no hair and like a head ornament kind of look. It takes a very specific face to look that powerful with no hair, and she looks fantastic.
Okay,
she's just got that piercing look.
Oh yeah, the head thing is very different.
Yeah,
you are right.
Yeah,
all right, I remember. Okay,
I think their interpretation in the movie was very good.
I think yes. I think the interpretation in the new movie is more so with this one. I think it molds more to her head and everything.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's Alison Brie, which is good casting.
I mean, okay.
Okay. I mean, there might be better casting. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Holly does not like it. Okay.
I don't like
Let's
it.
talk about this. Why don't you like it?
I don't like her.
You don't like her?
No.
That's fair.
And I really don't like her as Evil Lynn.
That's fair.
No.
I won't slight you on that one. That one's fair.
Yeah.
Because not everybody loves Alison Brie.
Don't like her.
Okay.
This is like, I mean, as we're talking about this, I mean, this movie, I assume, is going to do well. I mean, I did see the new one.
Yeah.
I did see some reports today. They were talking about, because Jared Leto is Skeletor.
Yeah.
And they're not promoting
They
that
are
at
not. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're keeping that a secret, and we all know why. Because fuck
he
that.
tanks every movie that he's in.
We saw the trailer and there was no mention of that.
Nope,
and we didn't
no
know
mention.
until Holly told us.
Yeah.
Like, no mention in the trailer. That's who.
And I just, we already obviously have feelings about Jared Leto, and it's obvious. But why does he keep doing roles that someone else has already mastered?
I know.
Yeah.
Like he can't show up. He can't possibly show up.
No, and why? Like,
also, does it matter if you're just a CGI face anyway?
that's what I was gonna say. I'm like,
matter,
we can't. You could find someone who can do a Skeletor voice.
Mm-hmm.
Like I assume because it's Jared Leto, he's gonna do it all like cartoony, like the original series.
Yeah,
but
I
when
suppose
they
so.
Right?
actually
Like he probably will.
cast
But
him-
in the trailer, you don't get any of those moments, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, but when
Yeah.
they cast him, he was cast in Tron, and he had already done. I don't know
Tron.
if Mobius had.
Morbius has been out. Yeah.
Morbius had come and
Yeah.
gone by the time
My
they went
God.
into production with this.
Well,
this new movie
It was
seems
2024.
it seemed like they were talking about this for. I have heard that there's a Masters of the Universe movie coming. It's starting. Okay, then nothing happens. And we were doing it, and then nothing happens.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was
was
a while.
I was shocked when
There's
actual
been a lot
photo
of-
appeared of the guy with the He-Man with the.
There's been a
sword on
lot
his
of
back.
different versions. There was a Warner Brothers version with Joel Silver.
Damn.
They wanted to do a 300 style.
Oh,
He-Man.
we missed out. Damn.
Yeah. And there was
explosions everywhere.
there was allegedly a John Woo version.
Oh, we missed out again.
I know.
Damn, there would have been dubs all over.
I know. And at one point, Sony was attached, Netflix was attached, and finally, Amazon took it. So
I would need to talk a little bit more about the cast of this new one because there's some really good choices though. Marina Baccarin is the sorceress.
I'm okay
is
with
she?
that.
Excellent.
Ooh, I like
choice,
her.
yes.
I'm okay with that.
Good.
And also the Mountain from Game of Thrones is playing the Goat Man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm okay with
so I'm
that.
into
All right.
that. There's some other people that are not as well known. I like that the guy playing He-Man is relatively unknown. I think that's cool.
He should be.
I like that too. Yeah.
He should be. That
Plus
helps
they
with his
actually-
alternate identity.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
everything.
he goes from Prince Adam to
Yeah.
He-Man.
Because when this came out, Dolph Lundgren was only known for Rocky IV.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was still
Had he done
relatively-
Punisher at this point?
No. That was
Okay, that
later.
was-
He hadn't.
okay.
Yeah. He
We
hated
gotta
this
watch
movie,
that
by
one.
the way.
Did he?
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren is not proud of this movie.
I mean, he had to be in
Why?
a Speedo for the whole fucking movie. That sucks.
I understand the
That
uncomfortableness
sucks.
and everything,
Not proud
but
of
he
it.
comes off all right. He's
Yeah.
not.
I think
I
he's
guess
fine.
they redubbed his whole performance
Yeah.
after the fact.
I mean,
They-
that's
It's
redubbed.
him.
They dubbed him with him.
That's the.
Oh,
I was gonna
that's
say that's the
strange.
better version because it's not.
It's just funny because in the credits as we were watching it, it has he had a drama coach. A
He
speech
did.
coach.
I love
Yeah.
the drama coach from Mr. Lundgren. It's
You
like,
don't
he
have
needed
an
it.
actor.
Yeah.
You have to,
You have
so-
muscles who
Yeah.
you got to teach how to act.
Although
Yeah.
that's the thing that whenever I look at bodybuilders from this era, it's when I was growing up, that was kind of the look of muscular
Yeah.
guys, and they don't look like that now when they weightlift and whatever. And I'm like, this is steroids.
Steroids, 100%.
This
Yeah.
is the steroid era.
Yeah.
Gave you a He-Man.
Yes, indeed.
He-Man
Yeah,
is
that's not natural.
Mr.
What a glorious
Olympia or
time.
whatever, yeah. Okay, so Skeletor, he wants to.
He wants the power, Colin.
The power.
right?
He wants the power.
Because he deserves it. Because he's
All I
he's
kept
suffered
hearing was,
enough.
"You got the power" from what's the
No, that's-
Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, that's Transformers though. Boogie Nights.
Right, yeah, from
Yeah,
Boogie
yeah.
Nights.
The theme is
Him
the-
singing that in
Yeah.
Boogie Nights. Yeah, that's all I could hear. He's like, "I've got the power. You got the power."
I love that.
Well, what? Well, yeah, but he wants the power. He has to take control of Castle Grayskull from the sorceress.
From the sorceress, because she currently has the power.
Right.
But she's not using it like that. She's not really. She rules Grayskull, but she's not a bad ruler.
She's benevolent.
Yeah,
to her people.
she has this power, but she's not using it to be a god.
Yeah.
And the movie seems to start on the eve of when Skeletor's. Well, I guess he has won.
He's
the castle.
Yeah.
And from the sorceress.
Yeah.
And the only thing that he needs is somehow to capture He-Man before
which we should say
Moonrise.
Christina Pickles plays the sorceress.
Yes.
I saw that in the crowd. I'm like,
Yes.
Christina Pickles.
Christina
Yep.
Pickles.
Great name.
Do we know her from?
We know her because she went on to play Courtney Cox's mom on Friends.
Did she?
Oh, really?
That's
She did.
lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
So
Yeah.
she because of Courtney Cox.
I don't know.
Should...
I don't know if it was like coincidence or what. I assume probably, but yeah, I thought that was great.
Well,
yeah, she's the sorceress.
So the
Courtney Cox is in this movie.
Courtney Cox is in
for
this movie.
some of it.
Yeah.
And she gets knocked down and we don't see her for,
Yeah.
And she had been in Dancing in the Dark video.
That was
that
was
That's
80,
how I knew her.
That was
Yeah.
83.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
83 or 84.
There was a brief
84.
TV show.
She was
like Masters of Science or something.
She
I
did-
remember.
We've talked
She
about
was
that
in-
before, yeah.
She was in a few different shows, and she did like As the World Turns, like The
As
Love
the
Boat, like
World
stuff like that. After this, she went on to do an arc on Family Ties.
Oh.
Right after this, she did Cocoon: The Return.
Okay.
But then her big break was Monica and Friends.
It's good that
and,
she went to TV.
And that same year was Ace Ventura. So it was like her big year.
Yeah, okay.
That was 90.
Saddlebags. Yeah.
And then that was 94, and then 96 was Scream.
Okay. I'm trying to remember if I knew her. Like,
and then she was set for the rest of her life.
She's
in
good.
the Dark video, maybe before this or something.
Yeah,
this was when I
1984.
became aware of Courtney Cox.
Yeah, everyone recognized her as the Dancing in the Dark girl from 84. Yeah.
Okay. And Robert Duncan McNeil is in this movie.
Yes.
Who the fuck is that?
He was Lieutenant Tom Paris on Voyager. Star Trek Voyager.
Okay.
You guys aren't Star
he
Trek
was Kevin.
people. That's
I
right.
am Star Trek, but not Voyager. Yeah.
No, but I don't know that he's done like any other feature. It's
I
just
don't know
weird
him in
to see
anything
him
else. Yeah.
in this, and you're like, oh, in like a starring role.
I mean, yeah, this is all I know him from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. He had many. Now he's a director.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why I knew this guy.
Mhm.
Because I was watching the time movie, I'm like, he's been in something that I've seen him a lot because his face just looks familiar. Yeah, he's the guy from Voyager. Okay. Good to
There you
know.
go.
Once you put him in Star
Once
Trek,
you put him in,
Yeah,
they're just like, and cut his, cut his hair. You're like, oh yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I know him.
Star Trek blindness is a real thing.
Yeah,
Sometimes you gotta imagine the outfit. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, everyone's been in Star Trek. Everyone's been in Star Trek in some version of some full head to toe makeup.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Skeletor power. In an attempt to get the power, he needs to get into the castle, and to do that, he takes an invention from
Gwildor.
Gwildor,
A key.
played by Billy Barty.
Yeah.
Billy Barty.
Who I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen. I know I probably have Billy Barty in a movie without
makeup.
because
I don't know that I
remember-
have. He was in Legend.
Well, it was the year before this.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm like, he's basically doing the same thing.
Essentially,
you know,
yeah.
but I mean, a lot of facial prosthetics here as well.
A ton.
Yeah.
Billy Barty, his career spanned from 1930 to 2000.
God
Oh
damn.
my god.
So he was in the Wizard of Oz. No, okay.
No, I don't remember what it was
Yeah,
called.
as a, like
now.
as a
But he was-
8-year-old.
He was like 6 years old in whatever his first movie was.
Wow.
And then
Wow.
in 2000, his last movie, because he died that year.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's what a career.
Right?
What a-
1930 to 2000.
Because it
Goddamn.
seems like anytime I don't remember if he was in like as an Ewok or anything, but like was he in Willow?
He was in Willow.
I'll look him up.
But
Yeah.
that's I think why we got to know him was because he was always in these fantasy films in the
Well, because
80s.
this and Legend were two of my favorite movies growing up, so
Yeah.
I just assumed he was a big star.
Were you terrified by the devil in Legend?
I wasn't, because I wasn't really scared of anything, but my brother was
I
terrified.
was terrified of that Tim Curry
Yeah.
Devil Legend.
Well, my
Devil
brother was scared
Legend,
of this too.
Yeah.
I was like 4, and I'd have to tell him like when he could look.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought he was cool.
Yeah.
I thought he was cool. I liked them.
crap we talk about Rob
He was in
Bottin all the way,
Willow.
but all the time. But yeah, Legend, is that like his big like magnum opus of
Probably.
all the fantasy stuff? And
Ridley Scott.
Rob Bottin,
Oh,
Mhm.
aside from like the thing,
Oh.
Yeah.
you know, big
Yeah.
big makeup effects.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh, so good.
He was in the Happy Hooker Goes to Washington.
Billy Barty.
Which is another
Little
canon
Man.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We all have to, pay the rent. So
he's an inventor.
Wonton Ton, the dog who saved Hollywood from 1976. All right,
Boy, okay.
add that to the list.
so he plays. So Gwildor is an inventor
Yep.
who invents the MacGuffin, the thing, right?
The cosmic key.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a device that somehow allows Skeletor to get into the castle.
Because it's basically it opens a portal that you can travel anywhere. You just have to know the tones to put in the key.
Like Close Encounters. It's a musical thing.
Musical thing.
Aren't we told that the universe is musical at some point? He explains, right? That's why. It's a
He
musical
says
device.
the universe is made up of music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Which I love. I love that.
Right? So he's made a second key, I think, right?
He's made 2, because why would you only make 1?
Right. And there's like a big fight in the throne room. And in the throne room.
Yeah, he has 2 keys. They want to take the other one because they want all the keys. Skeletor and his people or whatever.
That's right, because they're sneaking into the throne room to free the sorceress.
Yeah,
and
because they get like ran out of his little lair, and they sneak into the castle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And being caught by all the bad guys who are like, get the key.
And they're like, we're gonna fight, and it's like, oh, there's too many. We gotta go.
Yep.
And he puts in a random sequence of tones, and they open a portal. And they go through the portal.
A portal from Monster Squad, and they just jump in and go.
Yeah.
If you
and so
remember
far,
that.
we were like, okay, this is kind of like we're saying it's big budget, but it also looks kind of, compared to the imagination on display in the cartoon, like a limited version of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now we've gone through a portal.
Mm-hmm.
We go to
Earth.
Pasadena.
Yeah, Pasadena.
Yes.
Where they discover
Whittier,
fried
California.
chicken and ribs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I've always wanted to try the fried chicken and ribs in this movie.
Because it looks like they're all in the same bucket too. It looks like they just huck them all in there.
Here's some ribs and chicken.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will take some ribs and chicken.
Yeah, always.
Right?
And I guess
Rudy's Ribs and Chicken.
This is one of those things that, when you were back
Robbie's.
watching the show,
fine.
as a kid, you're like, having He-Man go to Earth was probably not like on the top of your list of things that you wanted out of the Masters of the Universe movie.
I didn't want He-Man to come to Earth.
Did you?
I absolutely wanted He-Man to come to Earth.
I mean, that story is it's a classic.
You
Man
didn't-
out
you
of
didn't-
time.
Fish out
You
of
didn't think
water.
Fish out of water.
You didn't
That's
think
a
I
classic
wanted to be
story.
Courtney Cox in this movie? I absolutely did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because then she.
You've never wanted to be Courtney Cox, Colin?
No? I always,
okay. Just
you wanted to be He-Man,
wondering.
I guess, and be on or Skeletor, and have the whole thing take place.
Well, let me tell you, as a girl, we do want He-Man to come here.
Okay. Well, in this movie, he does,
He
and
does.
it turns out that Courtney Cox and Robert Duncan McNeil.
Kevin.
Yep.
So we get these human teenagers and their love story involved in this extraterrestrial adventure. How so?
This is like their last day together. They're high school seniors, and she's gonna skip town before graduation because her parents have passed and she just doesn't want to be there anymore. So they're kind of doing their goodbyes.
Yeah.
She wants to go see her parents' graves at the cemetery, and in doing so, they come across the cosmic key.
Was she not gonna make her own graduation?
She's not going to graduation.
No,
She's leaving before that.
Skipping
Which,
town.
honestly, I don't blame her.
Yeah,
I
that's
fucking
fair.
hated graduation.
Mhm.
So this is
There's a lot of standing and waiting.
It
Yeah.
sucks. I hate it.
Does anybody else hate the switchover between the two characters in this movie? By that, I mean, Courtney Cox is kind of the main thrust character earlier on.
Right.
And then it switches over to Kevin.
To Kevin, yeah.
Well, I don't see why we couldn't have had Courtney Cox occupy that character.
I agree.
And
Yeah.
continue that on through the entire movie.
I'm anti-Kevin.
I am anti-Kevin as well, and
Yes.
I'm not.
Get him out of this movie.
And I'm not a fan that he took over as that main role.
Yeah.
You are validating 40 years of my life.
I don't see why. Like, she could have, if nothing else, she could have been part of his band.
Why couldn't she be a musician?
And she could have done all the musical stuff
Right.
within this movie. That character could have all been
Absolutely.
Courtney Cox going all the way to the end of
Yep.
this.
Yep.
And I don't
Absolutely.
like that they switched over to Kevin, who she was just going to get rid of and
Yeah.
discard. Like, why are we focusing on this character? I don't like it. I don't like it.
I agree. You can thank David Odell for that. He wrote this movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think we needed the switchover. I think we
Emmy
could have stuck with that
award-winning
character
writer of The Muppet Show.
instead of knocking, she's Courtney Cox now, but instead of knocking her out of the movie and making her just a damsel in distress for the second half of the movie,
Right.
she could have done a whole lot more in this.
You just explained my biggest problem with this movie.
And that's a big problem I have with this
the
movie.
biggest problem I have with this movie.
Because I was interested in her, and then they just gone.
100%.
I'm just like,
And I'm
"Ugh,
not
all right."
interested in Kevin. I don't give a fuck
No.
about Kevin.
100%.
No.
Yes.
I also wasn't interested in either
Yeah.
of the human kids because
I
I
mean,
wanted my
fair.
movie about He-Man and
Right?
Skeletor
Right.
and the Masters of
fair.
the
Agree.
Universe.
Agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's bones to pick all
There
around. I
are.
guess, but-
There are.
Okay, but I mean, basically, it's gonna, there's, the kids are gonna have this device. They got to figure out what it is.
Mhm.
the bad guys are coming, for it.
Yeah, they got to find it.
And so I like that initially they send the
mercenaries.
Team or whatever.
The mercenaries.
Ah, yes, the Tina Turner monster.
I love the mercenaries.
And then there's the robot rabbit dude with the ears.
Their makeup effects.
They're so good.
Creations, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
So what are they? We
have the Beast Man.
Yep.
Who's actually
very basic werewolf
character.
Yeah. Or from he was a toy.
Yeah, he was a toy. We have Sarad, which was like a lizard robot man.
Okay. Was he a toy?
He was not. I think Beastman was the only one that was.
Okay.
And then we have
Blade.
We have Karg.
I like Karg.
Is Tina Turner.
Yep.
Okay.
And then finally we have Blade, Anthony DeLongis, which we need to talk about Anthony DeLongis.
Oh, do it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down.
You may recognize him.
I do.
He's been in some other things. He was in Roadhouse.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
He's a stuntman, martial artist, fight choreographer, and expert swordsman.
He was double swording in this movie, so I believe
he was. He was also Frank Langella's stunt double.
Oh, nice.
And he did the fight choreography for the movie.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he formed Palpable Hit Productions, which is a production company specializing in bladed weapons, bullwhip training videos, and they're known for their historical accuracy.
Bravo. I love how we incorporated bullwhip into this. Magical as it was.
He's worked on a lot of film and TV, including Highlander and Roadhouse.
Okay, yeah.
And he instructed Harrison Ford on his whip use in Indiana Jones, as well as Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns.
Yes!
Have you guys all seen that clip of her
actually doing it?
In one take?
Yep.
One take. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yep.
She just posted a video the other day. She found her whip and she was out back.
Nice.
Like,
was she?
Yeah.
Oh, we love Michelle Pfeiffer.
Look up her Instagram. It was just the other day.
Michelle Pfeiffer's a badass.
Yeah. So we like Anthony DeLongis. He's very cool.
He's very cool.
I thought we had done, so we need one more movie to put him. Well, then we must have put him on the wall.
In some way or another.
We did Star Chaser, The Legend of Orin, which he was a voice.
What? Did we?
Of the way back. It was a 3D cartoon.
God.
Like a Star Wars ripoff. Pretty wow. So this movie is full of talent, including the irrepressible James Tolkien.
That's right.
Who you'll remember is the
Principal Strickner.
Back to the Future.
Yeah. Principal Strickland.
Slacker.
Who's basically playing that character in this, but a cop.
With a gun. Yeah.
But Sean pointed out that he's wearing a tie clip that's handcuffs.
Yeah, I do love that.
I loved that.
That's very fun.
I loved that.
That's a nice little detail.
That's the best thing I can probably say.
But also, do we need this character?
No, we don't.
No,
we don't.
We're taking up some time. Anytime we cut away from the fucking drama that is happening in the main chamber between Skeletor and He-Man, we cut back to this fucking clown, and it takes me out of that. I'm like, no, go back to the people who are actually doing something.
Right.
I don't need your comic relief.
Agreed.
I don't need your because you were in Back to the Future. I don't need you in this to fuck with our characters. I want you to go away.
Agreed.
But whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they're adding even more human characters to the mix. I don't even remember actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Like I remember Tila and Man at Arms because he's her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're there.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Like throughout a lot.
He was in the cartoon too.
Okay.
Yeah, but who's
the actress who plays Tila?
Where that's Chelsea Field.
I've seen her in a bunch of other stuff before of this
Last
era.
Boy Scout.
Okay, yeah.
She was on a TV show that is I can't remember what it was called now. But yeah, she was in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I've seen her in a bunch of stuff.
And I don't even remember what happens to them toward the end of the movie. Like they're in it, but they're just kind of running around. We all have to storm the castle.
They where did we leave off? I don't know what we were saying.
Wait, all right. So they jump into a portal. They end up on Earth.
Yep.
They eat some fried chicken and ribs.
Right.
They find the key in the graveyard.
He takes it to the music store.
They end up back in the gym.
She's in the gym. She gets chased by the mercenaries, which is very scary.
Yes, extremely scary. I would if a giant-headed Tina Turner was chasing me.
Yeah, very scary.
But then eventually, I think He-Man shows up and rescues.
Yeah, she escapes from the gym, but they're still after her. And then that's where she runs into He-Man, and he fights them off, saves her. In the meantime, Kevin has taken the key to the music store because he thinks it's a synthesizer, which I think is funny.
It's very funny. Yeah, because they open it up and turn it on within the cemetery, and they're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fantastic. But
then he eventually meets the cop.
Right.
There's a whole thing. They end up back at the music store, all of them.
Yeah, everybody.
Because the Evil Lynn and the mercenaries have found them and there's like a big shootout.
Yeah.
Yep. And then this is leads to a big sequence on the city street, the town street.
It does, with a very amazing entrance from Skeletor.
Because he shows up, because anything that you're going to do right, you got to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So he comes to Earth to get this key and is riding like a big floating.
It's like a parade float.
It's like a parade float, yeah.
Yeah, with his throne on it.
And the throne is like super ornate and has 2 cobra heads for like the handles.
It's very cool.
I love the detail put into like the prop work in this movie.
Yeah.
It really does make it feel
the
more
set
lived
designs
in.
and the costumes are just amazing.
Beautiful to look at.
Yeah.
And I just think we, like us especially, but like as a society, we appreciate it more now looking back because we don't see anything like this anymore. Everything's
seriously.
so fake and like, you know,
there wasn't any green screen going on.
No,
that was a big prop. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, it looks like they shut down a street in Pasadena.
They did.
Yeah.
Put a big parade float in there, and
I love it.
everyone was entertained.
I was looking to see how they were doing that because it had to have been like blue screened in or something, where they
There's composite
got
shots.
rid of whatever it was rolling on,
Yeah.
whatever it was
Yeah.
mounted on, because it looks like it's hovercraft.
Yeah.
And
whatever.
and this also is the greatest sneak up in any movie. Happens in this scene.
Silent propulsion.
Yes.
Yeah. As our heroes are convened on the roof of a building, they're just like, I don't know what we're gonna do. We got to figure
And
it
this
out. And then
massive ship is rising behind them.
it's like, oh, it's
fantastic.
beautiful. That's how you enter.
I
Love it.
So, Skeletor will eventually get his hands on the key because the other like key subplot of having Courtney Cox in the movie is that because her parents died in a plane crash, and that's why she's leaving town. They're able to.
They take advantage of it and pretend to be evil and pretends to be her mom.
Yes.
And
She's
tricks.
like Loki of this movie.
Yeah, she's like So she tricks her into giving her the key. That's when they summon Skeletor. And at this point, Skeletor's like, I got the keys, but now I want He-Man. Because he can't have full power without He-Man.
Yeah.
So is that the thing? Maybe that's why I was thinking about the 2 halves of the sword or whatever. It's like these 2 characters I can't remember in the show if it was set up that they are like the diametric, polar opposites, good versus evil.
I mean,
one can't exist without the other.
I mean, it's essentially good versus evil, but it's really just that the sorceress gave He-Man the sword of power and Skeletor wants it.
Yeah, but he says something about like this, like ends are, we've been fighting for however many hundreds of years or centuries or something at the end, doesn't he?
It's like their power both came from the same thing.
Yeah.
Like they're connected somehow. They don't really go into it in depth in this and everything. They say it. There's lip service paid to it, but nothing really that kind of shows it.
There's
two sides of the same coin.
Yeah. There's not a lot of detail that explains it.
Yeah. Again, this is an ensemble piece.
The same as the loneliness of evil.
I love it. I love
it. So our heroes are transported back to Eternia.
Yeah,
I think like everybody,
He-Man,
including
He-Man is
the cop. Yeah,
He-Man is taken hostage and taken back, and then they have to find their way back to him. Gwildor invents a new type of key because Kevin can play the keyboard.
Yep, keyboard. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Once again, way cooler.
Yeah,
Courtney
but
Cox
they
can play
have
the
to go
keyboard.
back because Courtney Cox was like struck by Skeletor's magic.
She accidentally starts playing Dancing in the Dark.
Yeah,
wait, no, that's not right. That's not right.
And she's got like a wound that's festering, and they're like,
that's right. I remember.
Yeah.
Bigger.
they're like, the sorceress is the only one that can heal her, so they have to take her back. They have
From
to get,
that Eternia laser that can only be fixed by the sorceress.
Yeah. So they're all transported back to Eternia, where He-Man is being whipped.
Right.
As you do.
So, I mean, I get what you're saying. I'm trying to figure out, like, I know they're making Courtney Cox, like, so she's the damsel that they have to, I guess that's the reason that that the humans have to go back.
Yeah.
That's the reason. That's the reason the humans have to go.
Yeah.
Otherwise she'll die.
The Eternians are just like, well, we just need to get back to save He-Man.
And then it's like a love story interest thing for Kevin, because, right, it's like, he's going to go and rescue her. He wants her to stay.
Right,
and not leave. And
right. Yeah.
Okay. So well, I know Skeletor like gets the power.
Yeah,
which is a pretty dramatic scene.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. He becomes big gold Skeletor.
He really
does.
An upgrade.
He's Goldar at the beginning.
This, like, you can see Frank Langella moving strategically to keep this thing balanced on his head. Because it looks so heavy.
It does look heavy.
Like, it feels like he can't tilt his head down at all or anything. And the man is already wearing a prosthetic skeleton face, and now you put all this stuff
a big
on top
old
of him.
comment. He looks like what's from the Fantastic Four movie. The guy who came through.
You think you're the only one who's seen that?
Oh shit! Fuck!
Yeah,
All right,
I didn't watch it.
like the cosmic guy. I'll think of his name.
No idea.
Fuck.
Wait,
They're
which
bringing
one of the
spaceship-
four?
Oh my
I've
God.
seen like
Yeah.
three
The
of
recent.
those.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Nope, didn't see that one. And then they asked him to do a fight scene in this outfit, which I was like, bless this man for doing anything in this outfit. Yeah.
Or bless his stunt double, which is the one guy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anthony DeLongis. Yeah.
So this is where
Galactus. He's got a big Galactus helmet.
Oh,
on.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So I remember, I think when we talked about this movie before, because we did a freak show episode on.
You did.
Masters of the
Yes.
Universe. Okay,
Yeah.
I did.
You,
Sorry.
yeah. I don't know.
Previous
I don't know if
crew.
we need to explain to the folks at home.
Oh yeah, the bylaws.
The bylaws. The
I am vindicated every time.
The bylaw states that if we've done a movie 5 years or more, and at least two of us weren't here for it, we can redo that movie.
Yes.
There you go.
So this is my one pass to do this.
Yep. Michaela, you still got yours.
I still got one. Yeah, I still got one.
So, but I think I remember at the end, it's like, the two guys are going to fight.
They're going to fight.
And the visual design of the movie, well, lighting at least changes.
Yeah, it changes. And like growing up, I always loved it. I thought it was atmospheric and very cool. And then I found out it was because Mattel stopped paying them.
Wait,
So-
what?
Wasn't it the other way? They stopped paying Mattel or something. They couldn't afford they'd blown
license?
all their money on these other.
Well,
films,
Mattel was
right?
Mattel was interfering with production, and there was a big to do. So between Canon and Mattel, the money wasn't coming in anymore. So Gary Goddard funded this himself and kept a skeleton crew to film just the two, and just
they couldn't turn the lights on. There was no lighting.
Yeah.
Nobody.
but they got creative with the lighting, and I think it looks really cool.
Interesting. I'd never know.
Yeah.
I always thought it was like, why'd you turn all your lights on? Like you couldn't pay the bill. It's
Well, light it with the moon.
To me, but yeah.
And yes, they didn't pay the bill.
Yeah.
But I think it looks really cool.
But they were able to finish the movie.
Yeah.
I believe Canon running out of being like, we're not paying you anymore. This just feels like a Canon move.
Well, I guess there was some drama like after the fact. They were talking about doing a Masters of the Universe 2.
Yes, they were talking about Masters of the Universe 2. Dolph Lundgren was a big no. He did not want anything to do with it. But he did sign on.
He still worked for Canon.
Get the guy from Deathstalker 2.
He worked.
Right?
What did he do?
Bring him in.
He did Red Scorpion.
He did Red Scorpion. That was it. Yeah, he did Red Scorpion.
Right.
That
but
was
they were
88, right? That came out. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were working on a sequel to this, and it was like in production. Like the sets were being made, the costumes were being made.
We actually talked about this before on a previous episode.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because this is when Canon tanked and they lost funding. But they reused the sets and costumes for Cyborg.
Yeah. And also,
There we go.
like, there was something, because I've watched that movie.
Another movie with a character with very distinct eyes. Because that character.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if the plot was also carried over to Cyborg, if it was just they used a lot of the costuming and sets and stuff. But I also heard they had been building stuff for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because they were supposed to do Spider-Man, but they couldn't afford that, right?
Yeah.
And I've watched Cyborg and go, I don't know what they actually,
I don't even remember Cyborg anymore because it merges with Raiders of Atlantis.
Sure.
And I can't separate them in my head. So I forget.
That's fair.
And we said Cyborg was that was 89, if I remember. And that must have been
89.
Right near the complete collapse of Canon Films.
But this movie it did set up for a sequel, as we saw.
It did. Yeah. Oh yeah, post-credit scene.
Yeah, because the movie ends. We get the big battle between Skeletor.
Yeah, the Emperor gets thrown into the pit on the Death Star.
Yep.
We've seen that.
Yep. They send the humans back home, but Gwildor is smart, so he sends them back home before her parents died.
Yeah.
Love that.
But they remember.
They remember that Eternia was real and they were there.
I love that the Kevin gets gets to wear normal clothes, but they're just like, no, Courtney Cox, you get to be in your nightie. And
you're in your nightgown. She was probably comfortable though. So
probably, but also like they gave her the Eternia remembrance.
Yeah, they gave it to her, but he's holding it
at the end.
I know.
It's like, whose movie do you want this to be?
I know. It was. Yeah, I know. I agree.
But there it is.
But we do get to I have the powers in the last like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it takes too long to get there, but I also get it's the climactic moment of the movie.
I'm okay that we get it because it makes sense.
But we could have got one at the beginning. Like we could have got
a cold open one.
Yeah.
The phrase that turned him from Adam into He-Man. So if you don't have Prince Adam, you need true. I have the power.
By the power of Castle Grayskull.
But I mean, the power was taken from him when they took his sword, and he got it back.
Yeah.
So,
but he should have got his armor back. That's what I was waiting for. When he did it, he should have like reestablished his armor and everything. But whatever.
He should have, for sure.
It's like Homelander getting powered up, but then not being different. Okay, but whatever. There we go.
Yep. But yeah, we have then credits roll with the great soundtrack by the great score by Bill Conti.
Yeah.
I love the score in this movie.
Yeah, that's good.
And then we see my first experience of the post-credit scene. And it's
there you go.
Skeletor's head popping up out of the water.
I'll be back.
Saying I'll be back.
Yeah. Empty threats, unfortunately.
Love it.
Well, I guess it would have.
Unfortunate.
They were planning on it.
Yeah, it was there.
And ironically, I think Canon did like shoot most of their they would hedge and do 2 movies at the same time.
Yeah.
They did, the Mission Missing in Action, the Sinbad, or no, sorry, not Sinbad. Was it Sinbad? Hercules. They did the 2 Hercules movies, the 2 gore movies that we haven't gotten to yet.
No, we haven't. We've talked a lot about gore. We'll get to gore.
But yeah. Wow. Well, may they rest. Canon.
We miss you every day.
We truly do. We need you back.
They gave us a lot of quality entertainment.
Yes. I still believe there's still some like diamonds in the rough for Canon that we could find, but the majority of the content has been mined by the show already. But
we'll
keep bringing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, because they did what was the ones that like they tried to do like legit I guess Oscar bait movies that everyone
Barfly?
has forgotten about. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I think there were a couple more, and then they did like their erotic thriller or what? They weren't even erotic thriller. They're just erotic films.
Yeah.
Young or Lady Chatterley.
No thrills, just eroticism.
Harry and all that. So yeah, I mean they were in every genre.
Yep.
But we remember with I guess great fondness the sci-fi and fantasy stuff that they did. Okay, so that's Masters of the Universe rewatch. We're gonna go around the table and let you know whether this crew would recommend that you would watch it or not. But first, before we do that, we're gonna read some of your mail. That means we'll have to summon our mailman Igor. Bring us the mail.
Masters, the mail. I've got the mail. So many letters. Our followers are rising.
Why, thank you, Igor.
Do you think he's been to Eternia?
Where hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right?
He's a world traveler.
I think he was a mercenary at one point.
He may have been.
That makes sense.
Gwen, what's his name?
Gwildor?
What?
Gwildor,
yes. Oh, he knows Gwildor.
He was one of those people?
Yeah.
I don't remember what they're called.
Little brother.
Maybe.
Wait, wasn't there 2 Orcos at some point? There might have been.
Oh, deep cuts.
Probably.
We should let the good folks at home know how they can get a hold of us for this interactive portion of our show by following along on Facebook.
Facebook.com/Saturday Night Freak Show.
On X.
@Sat Freak Show.
By email.
SaturdayNightFreakShow@yahoo.com.
And on Instagram at Saturday Night Freak Show. About tonight's movie, Masters of the Universe, the Kryptonian Orphan writes in and says, come on, Sean. If Travis, back in the day, could perform Langella's Skeletor monologue about the loneliness of good and evil, then I think you could give it a whirl. That's some Oscar-worthy stuff right there.
I agree. I'm just not prepared. Maybe I'll look at it.
This was Sean's first watch.
Yeah, this is my first watch of it. I'm not quite down with the monologuing, but I'll look into it.
Yeah.
Travis Legler writes in, says this movie is another crazy example of a movie studio taking an IP and making the main characters secondary characters in their own story.
Yep.
This movie should have had way more He-Man and Skeletor.
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren was a perfect-looking actor for He-Man, but they should have redubbed his voice. Ironic, because they did.
They did, yeah.
That all said, Frank Langella is still amazing as Skeletor. Something tells me Jared Leto won't come close.
Yep.
No.
I do enjoy all the Skeletor trolling people shorts on social media and did buy the Pop Funko of it.
I do love these Skeletor trolling people shorts. Those are
really
amazing.
funny.
Find
Yes.
those. It's real fun.
Those are really funny.
if there is a Hall of Fame for outstanding achievement in memes, Skeletor is in.
Skeletor,
is,
yes.
It might be the Skeletor.
Yes.
Have you
they're very
seen
good.
the one of Skeletor and Evil Lynn, and it's dubbed with My Cousin Vinny?
No.
Oh my God!
No.
It's the speech when Marissa Tomei's like, my clock is ticking like this. It matches perfectly. It's so funny.
All right, look those up, folks. Those are fun.
So funny.
Or even just that period of time where people were getting picture frames that said "Live, Laugh, Love" and putting different Skeletor pictures.
Oh, yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a trend for a
Yep.
while.
I love
That was
it.
Very
I
funny.
love it.
Yep.
Maybe this movie will do well.
Yeah.
I was reading, aside from the Jared Leto thing, they're downgrading the projections for Masters of the Universe.
I did see it's rated PG-13, so that's pretty
That'll
cool.
get the people
but
in
an
there.
R-rated He-Man would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Agreed.
they'll never make that.
Michael Whitaker says, as a kid from the 80s, my bedroom floor was littered with He-Man and, surprisingly enough, She-Ra action figures.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, this movie looms relatively large in my childhood.
Same.
That being said, every time I try to rewatch it, I kind of space out for a little while, and then I stop. Say what you will about the creative decisions. For me, the pacing and action is the bigger sin. Also, for all that we pick on this movie, Kevin Smith managed to preserve the character of Gwildor and bring him into the Masters of the Universe Netflix TV series he did a few years ago. That was Retribution, Resurrection, Rejuvenation.
There was Revelation and
rewriting
Revolution.
of history. Yeah.
So I'll say that legitimizes the movie to some degree. Which action figure movie worked better for you guys, this or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
This.
Turtles, but I prefer Turtles 2 over the original.
I love
Turtles. I
Turtles
like Turtles 2. Yeah.
Turtles is great.
That's not even a Turtles.
I mean, they're very different.
That was a comic.
They're very
book.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
No, Turtles is a comic movie. Turtles
it's a
2 is an
comic movie.
action figure movie.
Yeah, I liked the Turtles movies.
Yeah. I
Nick,
understand your stance on this being better.
Nick Siebel says, another canon classic, 80s nostalgia overload. I vaguely remembered the cartoons, but I loved this movie as a kid. All these years later, I'm thoroughly impressed with Frank Langella's performance as Skeletor.
Yep.
There's 4 exclamation marks.
Ooh, there we go.
After that.
Warranted. Yeah.
Last week we watched a movie called Mimic. Corpo Agent 73 writes in and says, Mimics, crunchy and gooey and part of this nutritious breakfast.
Oh, gross.
Seriously, though, as much as I like Del Toro, his movies absolutely scream Dario Argento. Honestly, to a distracting degree, I stop watching the movie and look at the very obvious influence. I did not see an obvious influence of Dario Argento in Mimic.
I don't either.
I mean, aside from he likes primary.
Coloring and all that stuff.
But, I mean.
Not in that movie. Not in Mimic.
Style?
I don't see it.
No. I'm glad you do, dear Brailer.
Yeah. Well, we want to thank each of you for writing in. We really appreciate it.
We really do.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going around the table and telling you what we thought of Masters of the Universe, starting with
Sean, you go first.
All right, that's fine. I like the movie. I love the bit of 80s nostalgia this brings to me. I think Frank Langella is the best part of this movie. He's
100%.
fucking killing it. I love a mustache twirling villain, and he's fucking going for it, and I love that.
Yep.
It's weird that this is a true ensemble piece. Like, I think every character gets their due in this. I don't know if I want that.
Yeah.
In as much as it takes away from He-Man. I want a He-Man movie, and this is not a He-Man movie. This is a Masters of the Universe movie, so you got to look at it as that. But I do like these characters. Everyone seems to work together as an ensemble. As we stated before, I don't like that Kevin takes over for Courtney Cox. I don't get that. Courtney Cox could have done all of this stuff. I think the change was made just because they thought we need a damsel in distress, and this is what it's going to be. And I'm just like, I don't like the switch. She could have done all that stuff. I I love a canon movie. I love practical effects and the effort that went into all of that. The effort that goes into all of this shit, like set design, character design, fucking 80s Blue Lightning. It's everything that we were talking earlier about the CG of it all in movies nowadays and what have you, and to watch a movie where I could feel the things that were created on screen.
Everything's very grand.
It is, and I really like it for that reason. It's a tad long. There's some stuff in the middle that, it kind of lengthens this to its detriment. But I had fun. It was an adventure. I like the characters. I want more from it, but what I got from it was, you know what? Good enough. Yep. I'll take it. I had fun with this movie. I recommend it. Yep. Kayla, what'd you think?
I agree with a lot of what you said, Sean. It's also my first time watching it. I had seen clips from it, but I had never watched the whole thing.
Welcome.
Yes, yeah.
To both of you.
Yeah.
Finally, after many years of trying, I finally watched this movie.
I mean, it takes a lot to not recommend a canon movie. I think Cyborg was one we didn't recommend because that was just painfully boring.
Yeah.
And it's not boring. Like, it does have moments where the momentum slows because, like you said, Sean, it's a ensemble movie, which is so weird.
Yeah.
And I don't care about most of this ensemble,
Yes.
Yes. Like the cop stuff, I'm like, oh my God, shut the fuck up and get out of this movie. Oh my God. He's just like, does nothing but impede the story.
Yes.
At every turn. And it's very frustrating. But I love the Frazetta style of it. I love real sets and the production and the costume design. And I do like a lot of the casting. And I feel like we don't get them like this anymore. And even though it's not perfect and it has its flaws, I still find it plenty enjoyable. And I think it's I just like 80s fantasy movies. There is nothing quite like them.
It's like a warm hug, isn't it?
Yeah. And I have just like a basic cursory knowledge of He-Man, just from the little bit I watched as a kid. But I don't think that that's necessary to even enjoy the movie. So
you don't need it.
And like the way He-Man and Skeletor have lived on in meme content, I feel like you could even just like know the memes and maybe still enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna recommend it. I mean, I'm glad Canon really put some money behind this and put effort into it, because like, you guys remember when we watched their Hercules movie and how like low budget that was? Like,
that was
could have been like that.
Was bad.
Yeah. So this, especially for a Canon movie, is like, you'll be shocked by how good it looks and how good everything works. So I'm gonna recommend it. I had a good time with it. I enjoyed it. Colin, what'd you think?
Well, there's something about like as I was watching it, I was thinking about like specifically this era of 80s fantasy movies, and just how like if you were to sit and just like watch all the major 80s fantasy movies just in a row, like, just oversaturate yourself like for a month and just watch them all,
which Colin has done and will do again.
Actually, I mean, aside from when it was actually happening, but I'm like, you could probably go through and knock out like all the best movies of 1980 in a week, and then 81 and 82, and just go through. And I wonder if you would come out of it with like a more positive, outlook, because that's the thing. Like these movies we're talking about, I guess we said before that, fantasy films now, they're like trying to adapt them for the adult who saw or read the comic when they were younger, right? These from that era are aimed specifically at the kids. So because of that, because it's basically a big budget kids movie, right? Because I mean, there wasn't adult fans back then. It was a show that ran.
I don't think it was a kids movie.
Really?
I don't think so.
I mean, just in it's a very simple script. The characters are simply motivated. But what I like about them is they're optimistic, hopeful. Even He-Man, just is like, I mean, I guess because he's just
they don't talk about their trauma a lot, which is fucking a relief.
Right.
He is just like innately good, like Superman or something.
The simplicity of innately good characters being like, hey, that's bad, I have to fight that and defeat that. Yeah. That's nice.
That's why I'm saying if you watched a bunch of these, I wonder if that would rub off on you.
Right? Ooh, that'd be nice, right? The obvious evil we must defeat.
We had a lot of that. Like it always ends with like families embracing. At the end of all these 80s movies. So I guess that's encouraging in some way. I don't know.
I like the positivity, Colin.
Yeah.
It didn't give me what I wanted as even then, as a fan of the show. I wasn't served by the movie where I wanted, as you said, the He-Man movie.
Yeah.
Even though I think if you go back and watch that show, it is like an ensemble show.
Yeah.
Also, they make time for all these characters. They got to sell you the action.
Yeah. They all have their little plot points. Yeah. And that's true.
But what I do like about it is I like the, you're looking at like a comparison being Italian fantasy films, which were copies of these kind of fantasy films. And I like when they're sincere.
Yes.
Like this is, and it's like they're committing to the bit.
Yeah, they're fucking going for it.
So it's inoffensive in I guess in that way. It actually has like some interest to it, the makeup effects and all that stuff, the costumes and the monsters. And if you like on-screen monsters, you get to look at like some variations of them here. And what more can you say about Skeletor? I mean, Frank Langella Skeletor is worth the price of admission alone. I mean, just for an actor behind all that.
This guy would play Nixon later on. Come on.
Yeah.
Range.
He's going for it, and it is like a grandiose character. That's why you take it, right? I mean, he's the biggest character in the movie. So I'd recommend again that you watch Masters of the Universe. Well, Holly, what did you think of Masters of the Universe?
Hates it.
It's one of my least favorite. I'm just kidding.
That would be a wild misdirect if you just
right. I brought all this stuff here tonight to give it away because I no longer love this movie.
You sons of bitches. I love this movie. I've always loved this movie. I grew up watching it constantly. But even with that, I agree with all of what you're saying. I wanted more He-Man and Skeletor. Even as a kid, I wanted more. That has never gone away. Frank Langella is a fucking icon in this.
Yep.
He's remarkable. His performance makes this movie. I think if anyone else did that part, I wouldn't like this movie. I agree. I don't care about Kevin at all.
We don't need to talk about Kevin.
Say alternate for this movie. We don't care about Kevin.
We don't need to talk about Kevin.
No, we don't.
I agree. I don't need the cop. I would be okay with Courtney Cox if it was written a little differently.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't need it. If it had brought me more Skeletor and He-Man, then I'd be okay with it. I agree that it's a little too long. I don't care.
Fair.
Because I love every second of it anyway. But I do understand that it is a little long and it does slow down in a couple parts, but it's still very fun to watch, very interesting.
Yes.
The effects are just spectacular. This feels like an 80s movie, but the budget is so good. Like the budget is so big and it looks so good that it doesn't feel like an 80s movie at the same time. I think it's just the best time. I love it so much. I will always love it. I will always recommend it. One of my favorites of all time.
There we go.
Yeah.
Of all time.
One of my favorites of all time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So that's 4 Universal recommends, which means if you haven't already, and probably if you're listening to this episode, you have seen, everybody saw it, right? Like, that was the other thing. Like, Masters of the Universe is somehow like one of those standard issue things for American kids. Like over 30 years, if they were still making.
You were issued it. It came in the mail like samples of time.
Right. We don't know about it.
Right. They still send this to people who have become American citizens. So like, here's your Masters of the Universe. Welcome to America.
It comes out in a week or so. Okay. So that means you are contractually obligated to watch it.
Yes. Yeah, enjoy.
So now we're going to find out what we're watching next week. And that's going to be coming from
Michaela. What are we going to watch next week.
It's episode 700.
Oh my God.
Shit, Jesus.
Which is funny because I remember 250. I remember 300.
I remember 300 like it was yesterday.
Yes, yeah. And there's been multiple hundreds.
That's a lot.
10 years.
That's many years.
No, we're like 12.
We're like 13, 14 years
13,
in.
something
Yeah,
like
We
that.
are, we are
like
13,
that.
definitely almost 14.
I think this year's going to be 13.
I think this might be 13.
I think
Okay.
so.
I have been
It's-
on the pod for 9 years now.
God
So
damn.
and I'm the newest member. To
God
join,
damn.
I think
so-
I've been on for 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I've been really mulling this over because I want to make
Ooh.
700 good, and
Yeah.
I think I found what might be in the vein of like a Samurai Cop and a Miami Connection.
Oh.
We are going to watch Ninja Terminator from
Ooh, all right,
1996.
yes. All right.
Now, if any of you have seen the screen
I
cap
have-
online
yeah,
of the
no.
man with the Garfield phone saying "Go to hell" and hanging up,
Oh, no.
that is
Yeah.
from this
Oh.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, say no more.
Yes.
All right, I am
Terminator.
in.
Ninja Terminator. Yes.
I'm here for
Okay.
it.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we'll all be here
Yes,
for it.
yeah.
And so will you
Yes.
next week on the
700.
Saturday Night Freak Show. And until then, ladies and germs, the basement is going dark.